Yeah, hi folks, just thought I'd give you another update. Those previous videos I've loaded up are actually about a year old, so I thought I should probably give you an update from those ones. As you can see, not finished, but definitely getting closer. We're currently under a lockdown, COVID lockdown here in New Zealand, so it's given me a little extra time to get a few little jobs knocked out and underway. So I guess since last time, what have I done? I've just sort of tidied things up a bit. I've got the sump back on after it's got welded up, and that's back in place, as you can see. Got the pickup pipe extended to reach the back of the sump again, so that's all in place now. And I've got the steering rack back in place, and just needs filling with oil. I've started bolting on things like the oil pressure sender and temperature sender, all those little bits and pieces that needed putting on. I've just tidied those up, put them back on. Alternator got to clean up and put back on. New arrangement with the fan pulley and so forth. All little things that had to have a bit of little custom work to make them work done, because I've actually lowered the position of the alternator down to this location. From factory, that's sort of more mounted up around here, which I didn't like. It's all just a bit in your face for me, so I thought I'd actually make use of some of the old brackets on the engine, namely I think it was the AC down here, I think, mounted off this bracket here, that came with the car or the motor, so I'm utilising that bracket for the alternator. Coming around, I guess the next major thing I've decided to do or to take on is the manufacturing of the headers. So you can see I've made a bit of a start on those. I'm just using 1 3/4 or 45mm mild steel. I've got a little gasless MIG I got for Christmas, thanks Santa, and so my plan is to basically get those tacked up where I want them, using mandrel bent tubing. I'm cutting it how I like it, and I am just going to tack it up myself, just enough to sort of hold it in place and mock it up, and then I'll pass them on to someone who actually knows how to weld properly and get all those joints nice and beautiful. You can see my new header flanges thinning in here that I had made, laser cut. And so yeah, you can see I'm sort of about halfway, or sort of a third of the way through building those. I'm just waiting for some more tubing to turn up from the courier, hopefully this week. But basically they'll start running down through here and do a few little loops around here and then back over here. So it's tight, but I'm making it work, so I'm pretty happy with the way things are looking so far. So hopefully when that tubing turns up, I'll be back into that. Coming back up into the engine bay again, while I'm waiting for tubing, I just thought I'd start bolting a few things back up that needed doing, that I've sort of been putting off. As you can see, the brake booster's back in place, and the clutch master cylinder that I've put in is sitting there in place as well. I've started putting the wiring loom back in, and just working out my new routing for all the wiring, just to try and keep the engine bay tidy. Try and keep that wiring hidden as much as possible. What else have we done? That little windscreen washer bottle's not going to stay there. I'm just going to find a new position for that. I think it's going to go down this little side plate here, probably, just enough that I can get to it, but sort of not in the way. What have I done? I've got the radiator mounted. I've also got the oil cooler mounted. You might be able to see the pipes just hanging down just there. If I take you underneath, you might be able to see it up in place there. So that's just mounted up in there behind the radiator, so hopefully that gets a decent flow of air through there. Coming around this side, just show you my remote battery setup. Obviously they decided to mount the battery in the boot, so I've gone ahead and mounted a terminal here, which is basically just another one of these fuse box housings. I've bought a second one and mounted a cut-off switch into that, and you can see the power in, power out, and alternator lead and starter lead, all that sort of thing will come off of there. And then obviously I can turn it off for while I'm not using the car to save the battery. So that's all getting figured out, and again I'm just trying to keep things as sort of tidy and sort of compact as possible, rather than having cables going here, there and everywhere. So yeah, so I've also started putting the brake pedal and the clutch pedal back in inside the car, which is a fun job, trying to climb underneath there. But anyway, that's moving along. Again, just trying to take a few of these little jobs that I've been putting off, and so while I'm waiting for the tube, I've got no excuse, I've just got to get in and get them done, and then hopefully get some more tubing turned up, get back into those headers, and then get them away to be final welded, and then after that they'll get ceramic coated and put back in place for the final time. At that stage then I can roll the whole thing back under the car again and start hooking things up for the first startup. Anyway, this is where we're at right now. Hopefully another week or two I'll have another update for you to show you how those headers turned out. Alright folks, thanks for now.